Okie dokie. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes and see if anyone shows up. Hello? If there's anybody out there, if anyone can see me, just holla. Go ahead and send me a DM. Let me know that you can see me. Yes, I would like to start. Hello? I don't know if anyone can see me. If you can see me, DM me. Well, hi everyone, or anyone. I am just checking to see if anyone can see me. Just checking, just doing a little routine check. Check. If this doesn't work, I'll be doing it again next weekend. We will be trying again. Maybe not next weekend, maybe the following weekend. Maybe I will watch some of Facebook's how to do this videos. Because I would really like to go over all the chakras. So, I'm going to give everybody like a couple more minutes. Just a few more minutes. And then I'm just going to post it. I'm going to post it on Rainbow Raaja's Facebook page. If you guys want to rewatch this, it's on Rainbow Raaja's Facebook page. I don't know if anybody can see me, but I'm just going to go over everything. Do an activation for you. I'm really excited. I did some prep work for this class, but just to let everyone know who I am Rainbow Raaja. Nice to meet you. I am a shamanic bodywork therapist, so I do massage, I do life coaching, I do shamanic healing and Reiki and crystal therapy and sound therapy. I do light codes and I do art and I do a bunch of things. I have a multifarious talents that I utilize in my work. I also am the host of the podcast Rainbows Rising, which every week we go over tips, tricks, and healing for people to apply to themselves, to re-empower themselves, and to start making their dreams happen. So the reason that I chose the root chakra for this particular class is I noticed that especially in COVID times, we all are dealing with fight and flight. That is our nervous system response to stress and fear. And we feel fear when our root chakra is not in balance. And I'm not saying feeling fear means your root chakra isn't in balance, but it's feeling fear past the point that you should feel fear. Okay, so like if you are on your way to your job and you are running late and you have anxiety, we all have been there. It's totally a normal reaction. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between being late to work and feeling scared for your job and being chased by an oversized cougar who wants to eat you. So we need to learn how to regulate our nervous system in modern times. We need to learn some practices to ground ourselves in the earth, remind our nervous system, hey, there's nothing to fear. I should be totally afraid right now that I put out this class and no one showed up, even after paying for ads and everything. But I don't. I'm just going to be here. I'm going to hold the space. And I'm feeling into my body. It's safe. I'm safe right now. So I'm allowing my stomach to relax. I'm allowing my back to relax. I'm just allowing everything to kind of relax into the ground. So besides just the logical understanding of why it's important to ground ourselves, it clears our mind. We have stresses about all kinds of things and anxiety about all kinds of things, about our bills, about our job, about our kids, about our husband or wife, etc. Right? So these things, how do you make them go away? Well, sometimes we just have to recognize there's nothing we can do about them in the present moment. And we do a grounding practice to allow ourselves the permission to let them go. So with grounding, there's so many different grounding meditations. You can take that long 30-minute grounding meditation, or you can apply this super simple technique throughout your day and start to notice how this tiny investment of time over a period of weeks can really change your mindset, change how you feel in your body. So the grounding practice that I use every day, when I start to feel stressed or when I start to have anxiety, is I just close my eyes just really briefly and I take a deep breath into my body. And I bring my attention to the soles of my feet. And I just imagine kind of rolling down my body, just paying attention to the edges of my skin, how my stomach feels, how my thighs feel, how my calves feel. I go all the way down to the soles of my feet. And I rest there. I just pay attention to the connection between the soles of my feet and the earth. When you do that, you're creating an energetic circuit. Our body is energetic. There's no way around it. You eat food. Food is, fuel for our body. How do you think it does that? Our body digests the food and creates energy. Therefore, you are consuming energy. When we run, we expel energy. When we cry, we're expelling energy, right? When we're sleeping, we are charging ourselves. When we go outside and we sit under the sun, you're charging yourself. So our body takes in and, releases all these various forms of energy. But what we don't have a way of releasing just yet is electronic devices. I know how to release that kind of energy, but a lot of people don't. As well as emotional discharge that you pick up from other people. For the people who are not emoting, the people who are kind of retaining their disappointment, their depression, their sadness, their anger, they're kind of suppressing it. Just because they're not showing it to people doesn't mean it's not in their energy field. You don't see Wi-Fi, do you? So it's the same thing. You don't have to see the energy of anger to feel it. And we all have been in a room with somebody who's super angry and we know they're angry even though they're not acting angry, but you can feel it. So what happens when you're in a room with somebody who's super angry and you can feel that anger? Anybody know? Well, since I'm the only one here, I'm going to tell you. You absorb it. Because we're like little sponges. We absorb energy. Our body doesn't know any better. So you absorb that. And then later, after your body is like, what is this? Let me figure all this out. Later, your body goes, well, I feel angry, but I don't have a source. I can't, make logic out of it. So you will create a situation where you were forced to express this anger or forced to feel this anger, even though it's not yours. How do we avoid all this? You ground. You strengthen that circuit of your feet to the earth. You can imagine breathing in, down through the top of your head, and breathing out through the soles of your feet. And just imagine sending electricity through the soles of your feet and into the earth. Any emotions that aren't yours, any stressors, anything, just send it into the earth. Decharge yourself, discharge yourself into the earth. And as you practice this throughout the day, you'll notice that your mind will be less cluttered. You'll have a lot more focus. You'll feel heavier in your body. Not like fat heavy, but like you will just feel like your body is denser, like it's more in the present moment. And being present is super important. So go ahead and try this practice with me so we can all get grounded, okay? Sometimes it helps put your hands over your heart the first couple of times. That way you can really be in your body. So take a nice deep breath. Breathe into your heart. Imagine breathing into your heart. And allow that breath just to travel down your abdomen, down into your hips, down into your thighs. And as you breathe in, just allow it to collect there. Bring your full focus to wherever you are in your body. And as you breathe out, just continue to breathe that through your knees, through your calves, down into your feet. Notice the tips of your toes. Notice the backs of your heels. Notice how much pressure you are putting upon the earth. What's the texture of the floor under your feet? Do you have socks on? What do the socks feel like? Do you have shoes on? What do the shoes feel like? Do you have any pain? What's the temperature? And you just breathe normally and have your awareness. And then I want you to sink into the floor. Sink down into the floor. Really feel that cushion beneath your feet. Might even feel like trickling down your calves. You might start to feel tingling, vibrating. Don't be afraid. Don't shy away from it. Don't move your feet. Your feet aren't falling asleep. You are discharging energy into the ground. So while you're doing this, just relax. Give yourself permission to really let go. Don't hold back. I am releasing everything. If you really want to intensify this practice, you can work with any of these stones. You don't know what these stones are? Well, let me show you, because I have a lot. These are some grounding stones. These are my favorite grounding stones, okay? I have a lot more. I chose my favorites, okay? So we have Garnet. Garnet's a really good grounding stone. Not only, I can't really show you, but it's sparkly like the stars. And it's good for just kind of holding and looking at and just, just being with it. Not only is it good for grounding, it's really, really good for helping with circulation in your body and helping with autoimmune stuff. So work with that. Petrified wood, really, really good for grounding. It's a tree. Do I need to go into depth why it's good for grounding? Trees naturally root themselves. Obsidian. Obsidian is literally lava. Can't get any deeper into the earth than lava. But obsidian is also a very protective mineral. It helps focus the mind, and it helps release stress. We have black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is known to like detoxify the actual physical body. So like where obsidian is good for detoxifying like your energetic body. Oh, yes, Smoky Quartz. Yay! Somebody's in here. Yeah. Hi, Caitlin. Hi. Yes, Smoky Quartz. We're going to get to that. That's actually on my table. So we will be covering Smoky Quartz as well. But black tourmaline is really, really good for detoxifying the physical body and also for protection from like entities and other things and like just other people's ickiness. Hi. So if you want a stone that's going to like keep the icky people out of your aura, keep people's like psychic vampireness out of your aura, use black tourmaline. Shaman stones, they're really good for balancing, but they're also very, very good for meditating and grounding yourself. Pneumite, good for grounding, but it also helps you connect with your past lives and with ancestral ties. Rainbow obsidian. Rainbow obsidian is just like normal obsidian, except it's good for having a perspective of looking at your shadow side and looking at your troubles and being able to take action to like clear those problems from your life. So for example, if you have a bunch of drama going on and you're like, I'm going to sit with my rainbow obsidian, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my goodness gracious, I have been totally misunderstanding these people and I was the one causing the drama. Oh my goodness gracious. That's kind of how this works. It's good for looking at where you can improve in a constructive way without feeling judged or without getting hypercritical, without being like, I'm a horrible person. It's just really good for, hey, I need to evolve. If you want to work with extraterrestrial beings, but you want to ground, Tektite, really, really good for that. Mystic Merlinite or Indigo Gabriel, it's really, really good for protection when doing spell work, but it's also very grounding, and it does create like an actual space of protection to keep other astral beings, whether that be like other people checking in on you, or like interdimensional beings walking into your space, or ghosts, whatever you want to call them. It makes it so they can't see you when you work with this. That can be really helpful. Also, it repels black magic and hexes, for those of you who believe in that. Here we are at Smoky Quartz. So Smoky Quartz is really, really good for grounding. It's a gentle grounder, so it's not going to make you feel really, really grounded. It just gently connects you into the earth, and it amplifies the grounding that you already have. I don't work a lot with Smoky Quartz because it is a little too subtle for me. I like to feel very grounded. I like to know I'm grounded. That's a personal preference of mine. So yeah, you do. You totally do. But I personally, I know a lot of people, a lot of healers that work with Smoky Quartz. And like I said, I haven't worked with it too much, so I don't know a lot of specifics. So another one is Amalite, working with like a cute little spiral. It helps with recognizing the cycles of your life, and it helps you ground into your core essence. So that's a different type of grounding. So grounding in the physical plane and the emotional plane, and then into your own identity. So that one helps you figure out who you are and connect deeper into like your own truth. And then we have rainbow hematite, or any type of hematite, to be honest. This one really helps with the being able to physically feel that connection into the earth, it will create a full circuit and it will clear you out so fast. It also aligns all your chakras, particularly rainbow hematite, and it allows your meridians to kind of clear themselves so that getting a little bit of like a trigger point work on an energetic level. So that was really cool. You can ground with just a regular river rock. And last but not least, Shugalite. Shugalite is great because it keeps electrical devices' energy away, creates interference. People call it EMF protection. So Shugalite is good with EMF protection. And yeah, it also, once again, grounds you. It works a lot like hematite, so you'll feel more grounded physically, like a magnet to the ground. So that's that for stones. Anybody have questions about stones? Oh yeah, Smoky Quartz. Because it is so subtle, it does help with panic attacks because if you're carrying it on you, it will just kind of clear the panic attack from like happening altogether. That's kind of the nice part about working with those subtle stones. But like I said, I like to feel magnetized to the floor. That's a personal preference, but that's good to note that Smoky Quartz does help with panic attacks. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing. So do you have any questions, Caitlin, or do you have anything you would like to work on in regards to feeling safe and secure in your life? Do you have any practices you would like to learn for your root chakra? No. Is that a no? I don't know. Okay. Well, if you do come up with a particular thing you would like to work on. Oh. Did I go over what? I have not gone over time. I end at 1. The basics to grounding. I did. So, grounding, pretty much So first and foremost, there are many, many ways to ground. There is no right or wrong way to ground. The most important thing is remembering that grounding has to do with the bottoms of your feet and discharging energy in your body, whether that be mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, or actual electric from holding a phone or interacting with other people. And the goal is, you can do full grounding meditations, like 30-minute long grounding meditations. But what I use, because it's easy, I can do it any time of the day. I can do it no matter what I'm doing. I literally just take a deep breath and I bring my full attention to the soles of my feet. And I hold my connection to the earth. And if you just keep your focus there, you keep that connection to the soles of your feet. You bring your full attention there. You'll start to feel like tingling, or you'll feel almost like a magnetic kind of push away from the soles of your feet or a drawing in. You just want to focus on those sensations. And as you breathe, give yourself permission to release whatever is in your body. Like everything. Just imagine emptying yourself out into the ground. And you can enhance that with grounding stones or with music, which is what we're going to go over in a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm so glad you're still using the grounding method. So other ways you can ground is going barefoot outside, sitting under a tree, hugging a tree. But really, it's a lot to do with your connection to the earth. and just feeling that the interchange of energy between the earth beneath you and your body, and knowing that, like an electrical circuit that you plug into the wall, you have to let go in order to receive healthy new energy into your body. So that you got to almost like make sure you're plugged in fully through your feet. You can imagine growing roots. That helps a lot of people. You can imagine your feet sinking into the floor. That helps. So I've done the root one where you breathe and you just imagine these roots growing from the soles of your feet, going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. And as you breathe out, you're releasing stress and tension, releasing fear, releasing anxiety. And as you breathe in, you're drawing up earth energy. You can see that as just white light. You can see that as green light or red light, whatever. So I'm wearing red because red is also the chakra color. Working with color therapy can help as well. Painting your toenails red can help you ground. Some tips and tricks. Yes, the roots, it totally works. Imagining roots going into the earth and being like in Lord of the Rings, the Ents, like walking around with the root feet. Do it. I do it. It's so great. So, crystals, paint your toenails red, feel the connection with the floor. Gardening can ground you. I know it sounds ridiculous, but sticking your hands, like don't put gloves on, just stick your hands in the dirt, play with the dirt, touch the plants, talk to the plants. All of that. Wearing red, it helps. It helps. So those are a lot of just easy methods. But when we talk about the root chakra, we're talking about like fear, which is when your root chakra is closed. So you'll see a lot of anxiety. You'll be afraid to do things. You might even like be afraid to talk to people, or just be afraid of admitting to yourself about certain things. Like when you find that your life is kind of overrun with fear-based mentality, your root chakra is not balanced. So, as in the that show, Avatar, The Last Airbender, there's like this guru guy. He goes through all the chakras. Like, you will know when your root chakra is not going so well. Yeah. Yeah, so if you have a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear-based like belief systems, then you know your root is definitely an unhealthy friend. And it's just important to remember your root chakra is actually at the bottom of your pelvis, kind of where all of your private areas are for all genders. So we got like, that's where your root is. We want to make sure that when we sit down and we're grounding ourselves, that is also a focal point. There's also a really great mantra that I recommend you try. You can do it for just a couple minutes a day. It can really help. So anytime you do a mantra, this is like my practice. You can do it how you want, but I'll do chanting. And if my voice is cracking, or if I'm struggling to like create a really good drone, I know my chakra's not open. That I have to keep doing it until I can feel the vibration all the way down into my root chakra. So I'm going to demonstrate really quick so that we can then move into the activation part so that I can help you clear out that root chakra. Yes. Any chakra that is not in balance, if it has been screaming at you and you have not been listening, it can lead to physical pain. It'll cause sexual dysfunctions, either being too sexually active or not active enough. It will cause like actual trauma response down there. It will cause like physical pain in your legs, swelling in your legs. Pain in your back. Yeah. So, that all is a part of our root chakra health. So what's the opposite of fear? Acceptance and feeling secure and safe, right? So you can start with some mantras like I am safe. I am safe in my body. I am safe in this moment. There is nothing to fear, right? Even me just saying that, I can feel parts of my body relax. But you can't just say it in your head. Like, it's really important when you do, like, affirmations and you're talking out loud to yourself that you are saying the affirmation out loud so the vibration is in your space, okay? You want to repeat it. I am safe in my body. And pay attention to how your skin feels. Pay attention to how you feel. Okay, I am healthy, I am safe, I am protected, right? So you can also do the actual root chakra opening where you put your hands in this position. You sit crisscross if you feel guided to do so. And you chant the following chant. It's super easy. It's Lam. So you may have noticed that my voice got deeper as I relaxed into it. Your goal is just to chant that, and you'll know that you're doing it right when you feel the vibration all the way down into your sit bone. Like, you chant that until you feel it down in your sit bone. Don't go fast. You want to be really patient because it's not about the actual phrase. It's about the vibration that it creates in your body. Okay? So your goal is to create almost like a chamber for that to resonate, because that vibration will open up your root chakra, which is just an energy center. But that energy center closes down when we are in fear, like a lot, or when we are rejecting ourselves, when we are self-critical. It's that sense of not feeling safe in our body, not feeling safe in our environment, not feeling safe with our situation, being dissatisfied, wanting more, not having enough money to where you feel secure. If you have enough money to put a roof over your head and food in your mouth, you have more money than like over 50% of the world. So just remember that for anybody watching this, for those who are live and those in the future watching, like, it's really, really, really important to like remember how privileged you are and to have gratitude, because the more gratitude you show, the more the universe will give you back, because we attract what we already are. So you have to be what you want, which is, I'm abundant. I'm going to get what I want, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you want me to go over anything I just went over more, or if you're ready for the activation healing aspect of this course class thing. What would you like to do, Caitlin? Do you have anything else you want to address that, do you want a specific healing? Do you want any clarification on these practices? I kind of jumped around a little bit seeing your messages. I will wait. Just one more moment. Let me know. Okay, cool. Activation healing time. And if after this class you need any clarification, if you are like, hey, I liked all the content and the healing, but I realize I need more help in this area, just reach out to me and let me know. I would very much like to help. Okay. I totally understand. And don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I know we're working on the root chakra and it's like, oh no, fear, like, how dare you live in my body? We have to accept that fear is a part of being human. So it's not rejecting fear. It's recognizing that fear, like any emotion, is something that should move through us. That when we feel fear and we suppress it, then it just creates more fear and anxiety, right? So when we have fear, it's about recognizing we have fear, accepting, oh, body, it's okay. I see your fear. And yeah, it is kind of scary. Like, oh my goodness, that is a scary thought. But guess what? We're not being chased by a cougar. We're not falling off a cliff at the moment. Is there anything I can do about the situation in this very moment? No. So give yourself some little hugs and ground yourself. Grab a crystal. Whichever crystal, is going to help you most with what you're going through. I jump from being okay with it and excited to extremely doubtful and depressed and back a lot. Okay, so the crystal pair I would recommend for you is these. These are Shaman Stones. They're Milky Marbles. I recommend these because these help with decision-based things. They help with balancing yin and yang. And if you're like having like a little bit of like back and forth, feeling safe, not feeling safe, this will literally like create a centered feeling in your body. They always come in pairs. You want a masculine and a feminine. They're really helpful with also balancing masculine and feminine aspects of being so that you feel safe with your full expression of your truth. So good to know. I will set the intention to hold space for that with this healing. And let's just move right into that. I'm going to do a full 30 minutes. So we're going to go about 5 minutes over because I waited for people to show up. But thank you for showing up, Caitlin. I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure I did this wrong. So next class, I will be trying it a different way. All right. So just go ahead and get comfortable. Ground your feet into the ground. Imagine growing roots. Just breathe down. And when you feel that electric connection to the floor, then I just want you to bring your breath to your pelvis. And imagine your pelvis like a bowl, like this bowl, right? I just want you to breathe and to focus this energy into that area and set your intention that you're open to receiving what is for your highest and best good, that you're setting your intention to release what doesn't serve your root chakra, and that you are going to like rebalance your root chakra, okay? Anaya naya tumakraya naya manaya mu. Anaya naya yunuana. Iyatai kuroyanji anaya naya tuyashanda ikima muyanda naya duana. Isha kruya naya na kwai maka inaya naya nuanaya nu yata yatuya ya makraim kunjana yanaya noa hey noa ikiata ya makoyaman. Yeah, kaya makram na yatuyam. Yeah, shasha mokoya makaya. Yeah, na. Maya Daya Chaya Dana Sharat ayanda gagawa ima ina yana yonona imana kranda ye imata yatu yata makran ye ama yona yo ishiti amakara ima yema ye anai yo hanaye yakrai moya shaya wa makarama Yanayotom Yalom Yamorona Yakoam Yayo Yeah.
Yanaya yo kia manaye. Yanaya na yo dia. Imata ya tuya kara maya maye. Ye na yo. Ye manaya to ana. Ye yanaya to manaya. Amanayo no, amanayo to. Makia Mayetaya Eshu iti inaye ma wo sham naye Eka ya mahamahem Yaye naye yato am
Deep breath into your root. Allow all that to just untangle. Give yourself permission to let it go. Ooh, Okay. So that's going to process for like 2 weeks. Because for everybody, I just kind of set the intention that this is for anybody to watch, in the future. And now I just kind of dealt with everything. For those of you out there that have had sexual trauma, I'm sorry. And it has been held here in this space. I just want you just to gently imagine releasing any gook down there, resentment in your heart, fear in your heart for those things. It's all connected. It can also be connected to your belly button, your sacral chakra. So if you're someone who has had any kind of trauma, any kind of sexual trauma or abuse, just sit in your pelvis with this particular healing for a moment. Talk to your womb if you're a woman. Talk to your other regions if you are a man. And remind yourself that that is sacred space and that you are clearing your temple and to let go of all of that pain and to set the intention that you're not going to let that happen again. That your temple is a sacred space. And I'd say probably everybody has been through it. I have yet to meet someone who hasn't had some kind of abuse or trauma in their life. So be gentle with yourself. It's not your fault. Remind yourself it's not your fault. Be in your heart. Be in your root. Love your root. Just remind yourself it's okay. You're safe now. The fear time has passed, right? Do some breathing, some good meditations for tuning into that place is closing your eyes and traveling into your womb, into your root chakra. Memories will come up. Just be with it. Don't run away. Let the memory play out. Comfort the self from the past, whether it be your child self, your teenage self, your younger adult life self. Just comfort that person. Like actually go, break fourth wall, go into that memory. Hold yourself. Cry, scream, yell if you need to. Hold yourself. You can even go into that moment and stop that situation from happening in that memory, if that will bring you the security you need. That maybe you stepped in, or a police officer stepped in, somebody saved you, so that you can change that dialogue. You can change the story in your own mind, in your own well-being. And even if you change the story and you still, for some reason, you still have the old story, ask yourself what you're getting from the story. What about that victimization are you still benefiting from? Like what exactly is your system going back to that for? Because our bodies will only return to trauma or to a state of mind or an identity if it serves us. So what is that serving you if you've already gone through all the process of emotional release and of like cognitive behavioral kind of reprogramming, right? If you've done energy work for it, if you've accepted, forgiven, and reconciled with yourself, what does that particular event or identity do for you, right? And that's not judgment. Nobody's going to judge you. I know that when I had trauma, really bad trauma, the story that I repeated to countless people, it brought me a sense of validation. But a lot of people really rejected me and judged me. But just being able to tell my story, I wanted to desensitize myself to it. So for years, I told the story. So just remember that how we process trauma is okay. But if you're ready to let it go, these are the steps. And you can always reach out to me if you're like, I did all the steps and nothing worked. There's literally like so many things you can do. I have like a whole book, like literally a book. So reach out to me. Kaylin, yes, I'm so glad it was intense. Do you want to share your experience? I set this up. I thought I was able to invite people in to talk, and I don't know how to do that. Facebook is not intuitive. Zoom is so much more intuitive than this. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Did you feel anything? Did you experience anything? Is there anything you want to share with just me or the future recorded audience? Because obviously, eventually somebody's going to see this, I hope. They're not going to see you, so you don't have to worry about that. I think your identity will be hidden. My hair is not working with me today. It's not working. But it's okay. Because I love myself. See, self-acceptance. I'm like, oh, my hair looks awful. Okay, can I breathe into it? My hair is beautiful. I think Caitlin's still writing. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh! So Caitlin's like, it's a weird feeling. I almost peed myself. Yeah, so we were releasing. It's so like it can feel like that. And if at any point you're like, I don't think following through with this feeling is safe, you can always tell yourself, I am going to redirect this feeling through my hands. I'm going to redirect my feeling through my feet, right? So you can always redirect the sensation somewhere else, but you may have actually needed to go to the bathroom too, because you're releasing like a bunch of energy. So don't forget to go use the bathroom. Don't hold it in because you're going to be releasing all the energy junk too. And we were scraping out the pelvis of all the trauma and the fears and the insecurities. Like some of you have some self-image insecurities. That's like everybody does. Everybody's normal. So just know we were clearing that out. Be gentle on yourself. Drink water. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but with energy healing, it's a smart idea to drink water because water helps with cell regeneration and also helps with rest, and it helps your body with detoxification. So those are all things that your body is doing after an energy healing session. Listen to your body. Sleep, eat, drink. Yeah. Any questions before we close out for our first? I think the tension was just releasing. Yes. So, like I said, when doing any kind of energy healing, you're going to get sensations. Like, a lot of people go into energy healing thinking you're not going to feel anything, that nothing's going to happen. But, like, energy healing can be extremely tactile. It can also, you can see a lot of visuals. You can be taken to, like, other places, almost like a dream or like a movie. I personally get visions. I hear things. I will see colors. I will feel like very solid, tactile, tangible sensations in my body when things are releasing and unwinding. So all of those are totally normal, and just allow yourself the permission to let those things go. Yeah! I'm so glad that you had a good time, Caitlin. I'm so happy you made it. I'm so glad that you liked it. And keep your eyes out for the next class, because we're going to be doing Sacral Chakra. And we're going to move through all the chakras and do activations and healings for all of them. And if you know anybody who likes this stuff, let them know. And if you know how to run this better, please DM me so I can make this work better next time. Because I had a bunch of people interested, and then I think nobody could figure out how to pay for it, or I don't know. You figured it out, so yay! Anyway, it was good seeing you. Oh my god! Yay! You got visions. Visions are good. That's good. Yay. Well, you must have had some kind of fear in relation to moving forward with that. So that was just coming up as a reaffirming that your dreams, that your goals are in the right place. Okay? Thank you again, and I will see you hopefully the next class. I would love to work through all the chakras with you. Please join me next time, okay? Bye! Hello. I don't know if anyone can see me. If you can see me, DM me.